You know that feeling when the electricity cuts out unexpectedly and you are plunged into sudden darkness? As a child, alone in your room, your first instinct might be to cry out, "Mom, Dad," or maybe even God. Many thousands of years ago, a woman named Hagar did just that. The light of her life was abruptly snuffed out when she found herself pregnant under dubious circumstances, not unlike someone else we'll be hearing and singing about tonight. She was frightened, alone, and on the run, feeling invisible, small, and abandoned. So Hagar cried out to God for help, and when he comforted her, she responded in relief by calling him Adonai El Roi, the God who sees me. Hagar felt seen and known, which is all anyone really wants. And it gave her the courage to face her dire circumstances with the confidence that God was with her, watching over her, never going to let her go. 65 generations later, a prophet named Malachi, whose name means "my messenger," wrote down these words: "Behold, I will send you Elijah the prophet before the great and awesome day of the Lord comes. And he will turn the hearts of fathers to their children, and the hearts of children to their fathers, lest I come and strike the land with a decree of utter destruction." And with that final word, destruction, fittingly, the lights clicked off. The people of God were plunged into darkness, as there would be no more words from the prophets, God's messengers, for hundreds of years. The silence cast a shadow over Israel that seemed to only deepen when Alexander the Great rode in with his Macedonian army and conquered Jerusalem, followed by the Ptolemies of Egypt, the Syrian Seleucids, and finally Rome. Ruler after ruler, oppressor after oppressor, it was hard to fathom the name Adonai El Roi, the God who sees us. Was he really watching? Paying attention? Had he turned his face away or shut his eyes? That's the thing about being mortal. We can't see in the dark. But God can. Somehow David knew this, and he wrote about it in the Psalms. Even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day, for darkness is as light with you. Even when we can't see God, he sees us. Even when we can't see a way forward through the night, he is preparing a way. The oppression that crushed the people of God during the 400 years of silence made Israel feel small, vulnerable, covered in blood, kicked out of the house and told to sleep in the barn. Little did we know, the God who sees even when we can't was preparing a Savior who would arrive the same way. Small, vulnerable, covered in blood, and hidden away in a lowly stable on a cold night in a small town.